Hey everyone, I'm just gonna jump in real quick just because I've been watching this little supercell come in over here that will be sliding to our northeast part of the county, just around Westmoreland. What I'm looking at right now is on the left, you'll see this irregular reflectivity, which is basically you can see just how heavy the rain is. On the right, is the velocity. And this is what meteorologists really look at. I'm going to zoom in. This is not in Sumner County yet. It will go more toward Fairfield and Westmoreland within the next 30 minutes or so. But I do believe that we will have a severe thunderstorm warning in just a few minutes. I bet Nashville's office is going to go ahead, and I guarantee you it will probably include Fairfield, Westmoreland, and go into Macon County as well. Right now, and once again, with this severe thunderstorm warning, I'm just going to go ahead because I bet within very quickly we'll have that warning just because of how this rotation is going on right now. So what I always look at is the velocity because this is what me as I said earlier, this is what meteorologists really look out to see. I'm gonna stop it real quick and I'm actually going to make the one screen just velocity so I can go in and draw that once again Gallatin and Hendersonville and Portland, you are out of this right now, so this is going to be more toward Fairfield and Westmoreland. I am not an artist, so forgive me. So once again, I am looking at Nashville's radar, which is where the National Weather Service office is down here. So the winds are going like this. Hey, that is actually nope. I was going to say that's not bad until I did that last one. But so the winds are rotating just a smidgen on this. As you can see over here, there is a tornado warning, but that will stay definitely to our east. But you see how the reds and greens are together? This right now looks more like a downburst more than anything. So I guarantee you in just a few seconds we'll probably have that severe thunderstorm warning. Oh, there it is. All right. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep the velocity on this as well, just so y'all can see that. And I'm going to do a little track on this real quick for you all. I'm going to, alrighty. So it is, gosh, it's moving so slow. So once again, this location will impact, here's the little thing that the Natural Weather Service always sends out. And let's see, it's moving southeast at 15. So it will include, I'm gonna drop down. And I'm just gonna do it with this rotating part right now. All right, there we go. It said 15. I'm gonna bump it up to 16 just to give y'all a little bit of a heads up. But right now, this is just a severe thunderstorm warning. It does not have that tornado possible right now. So, once again, for those in Fairfield, Westmoreland, Bethpage, if y'all do have the weather call or it used to be code red, but it is now, I think it's just called Hendersonville Alerts or something like that, but I believe I've seen people that don't live in Hendersonville get the alerts as well. So only for Bethpage, Westmoreland, Fairfield, Hartsville, you are in the severe thunderstorm warning, and this is only for 60 miles per hour winds and some small hail. Right now, there is not a tornado possible tag on it. That's something that I'll watch, and that's what I'm watching right now. Is just right now is so messy. It's not tight like what most meteorologists look at, but it is still, there is a little twist in the atmosphere. But for right now, it is looking more likely as a microburst, which is, or downburst, which is basically where you, those are an easy way to really look at it is if someone like poured a, oh goodness, a bucket of water just over you, and you see how it just, that water just splashes down, and that is where you can get winds up to 60, 70, even higher. So that is what it is looking like right now. It is kind of a messy look, so I'm not as concerned for a tornado at this time with it. So all right, I am going to go back and do our reflectivity. So for those that are not in that little, I guess, dog leg looking hook area, it is over here, of course, Scottsville. So if you are to the northern part of this storm, right now the storm track is for that little hook area. So if you are, I'm gonna do this real quick. There we go. So y'all can see a little bit more, make it a little bit bigger. Right where you see all the lightning strikes, that is where I would see probably pea size, maybe dime size hail. And that would be coming toward the very corner. New Gallatin Road will probably be getting that in the next 30 minutes. But I'm going to go back and forth between the reflectivity and the velocity so y'all can see right where the twisting of the winds are. Over here in Portland, you are about to. What is really going to be interesting is seeing this storm right here that has formed. That's going right north from Mitchellville. That's actually kind of stretching down toward Portland and going right almost close to 109. I will be very interested to see what happens when that storm hits this storm. Will they merge and intensify, or will it completely just mess with it and just be a goalie washer? Which I guarantee you will probably have a bunch of those. And that's why we have the right, have the flood watch until, I believe it is, oh goodness, until tomorrow morning. I don't know if they extended it yet. All right, once again, I have the little tracker over here so y'all can see Fairfield. You got about 32 minutes. It is moving at 15 miles per hour. I know I put it as 16 miles per hour, but the reason why I did it is because I like to give it a little bit more of a heads up. So for Fairfield, you got about 32 minutes, 6:46. Westmoreland, you got about 55 minutes, 7:09. Right now, the severe thunderstorm warning is just until 7 p.m. So we'll see once it does get into Sumner County, and we'll see what this little storm right here that's in Franklin, Kentucky, and right in between Franklin, Kentucky and Mitchellville, and see how that interacts with it. As well, I'm going to zoom out because we do have little stragglers over here. So we'll see that. But here is, I'm going to cancel out this storm tracker. All this right here will be moving our way. This is where I'm going to go and do Hopkinsville's so y'all can see just a little bit more. All of this will be moving straight toward the top of Sumner and Macon, and then this area right here will be coming straight for Portland, Gallatin, and Hendersonville. All this area right here. The main reason for the flood watch is going to be this big batch right here. That's, and with how slow, speaking of slow, remember this severe thunderstorm warning is only moving at 15 miles per hour. And because of it being that slow, that's where the National Weather Service is really concerned about flooding. So I'm going to zoom back in. I apologize, I don't have Hendersonville in. There we go. Now you can see Hendersonville. For those in Hendersonville right now, y'all are not dealing with much. That little pop-up storm looks like it's kind of fizzled out just a little bit. Once again, Franklin, Kentucky, and Mitchellville and Portland, you're dealing with this little guy right here. So we'll see how that interacts with this little storm right here coming in. And I'm going to go back real quick and see. I'm going to do the split screen for you all so you can still see their reflectivity. I'm going to pause it because remember how there was like a bunch of greens and reds. And remember, I am on the Hopkinsville or Fort Campbell's thing, so we're not really seeing that much of a twist with this radar. So I'm going to switch over to Nashville's to see what we're really looking at. So from Nashville's radar, it looks like the rotation has really broadened out. So from there, the main threats are just going to be damaging winds, which will be about around this area, as well as P, the dime size hail. And I'm just going to keep, see earlier about 6 o'clock, you see how tight the reds and greens were? I mean, they're not really tight. This was more of a downburst or microburst. So you can see as soon as it kind of gets, it just fizzles out just a smidgen. All right. So tornado no, I really, actually, let me see if I can, because of that, I'm going to jump over and do one screen real quick and show y'all the outlooks. Here we go. So here is the outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center. So we are still in the slight risk, and I'm going to zoom. So I know it showed right there when I clicked, tornado is less than 2%, hail 5%, and wind 30%. I'm just going to. So honestly, the top part of Sumner has a 2% chance of a tornado. I'm just, I didn't like it at the very beginning. So for my concernometer, I've said probably from the very beginning that the concernometer for tornadoes is a 1, which is the lowest we can do. And then I'm going to go over here to wind. And of course, most of us, except for Hendersonville, have about a 30% chance of wind. But the thing is, I don't think you really need to look at the where the line is, because there is that threat no matter what. And then we'll go to hail. Of course, we're all under a 5% chance of hail. So, all right. I am going to go back to the radar. Looks like the outflow of this little storm right here has really bothered this storm. So, all right, I'm going to look real quick and see what the National Weather Service is thinking about on that little storm. Once again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning until 7 p.m. And it's moving very, very slowly. Right. Let's see. Y'all probably have noticed I kind of did a little update for my severe weather coverage. I've been trying to do a little bit more updates on stuff. Actually, I'm going to flip it over to the live cameras, and we'll see if we can get one of the cameras right around Mitchellville just to see. I might need to make it where it's not too long. Right now, I only do have about 6 cameras that I have on here. I probably will add a little bit more in the next couple of days. So, yeah, if you are a business in Sumner County and would love to host and sponsor a weather camera, please, please, please let me know because I can definitely help y'all out with that. And that will definitely help because I think it's actually scientific proven that people, yes, they can hear a tornado on the ground, but they will actually do something if they actually see the tornado on the ground. See, here it is at I-65 north at 109 in Mitchellville. So that is what the roads look like right now, right up there. So once that goes past, I'm going to flip it back to our radar. Alrighty. I've been doing a lot more updates with our severe weather coverage. And once again, this Friday, I'm so excited. Our 24/7 weather channel is going to be live 24/7 on YouTube starting this Friday. So I won't have to do all of this when storms just pop up. That radar will just continue to run and run, and then I will jump in with this screen if a warning is issued. Y'all might have noticed when there's warnings, it went from gray to yellow. So it does change for different warnings. Like green will be a flood advisory or flood warning. Yellow is severe thunderstorm warning. And then red will be a tornado warning. And then I have it where it'll turn purple if the tornado warning has a confirmed tornado to it. I just thought that was a pretty cool little thing as well. All right. So it looks like this little storm that will be coming in right up here, it was just warned. I believe this is Paducah's office as well. No, that's Louisville's office. Okay. So Louisville's office, is it Louisville or is it Louisville? Because there's one in Mississippi and then there's one in Kentucky. And they both have different ways of saying it, even though they're spelled the same way. But anyways, that little storm will be coming in right at Auburn, Woodburn, Franklin, and then it'll be taking more of a path around Mitchellville, Portland, Fairfield, and Westmoreland as well. And then Bethpage will most likely will get this one instead of this one that's coming in right now. So it looks like all these severe thunderstorm warnings are just training over the same area. And the reason I say training is because like it's going over the same areas over and over and over, especially around Bowling Green, Woodburn area as well. They got through this storm and now they're having this big storm right here coming in. So that's where that flood threat is going to be a good concern as well. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to do a track on this storm right here. Once again. Let's see. That is going 35. So with how slow this storm right here is moving, that's just to the southwest of Scottsville. I bet this line right here will catch up to it and it'll merge into that one line as well. And once again, I do believe this will be the main line that we've all talked about. It's kind of actually sped up. It's still a good distance from us with I'm gonna go ahead and do Hopkins so y'all can see. And I am going to do a track on this. I'm not an artist, so forgive me on this. It's going more toward this way. All right, there we go. It was, oh my goodness, was it 35 or? I'm gonna do 36 miles per hour just so it gives y'all a little heads up. And I'm gonna do, all right. Narrow down some of the cities real quick. So Franklin, Kentucky, you got about 26 minutes. Portland, you got about 53 minutes. And this is for that big line right up here, not the other severe thunderstorm warnings that are coming in as well. So Portland, you got about 53 minutes. Westmoreland, you got about an hour with this second line coming in. Gallatin, you got about an hour and 35 minutes. I don't know. I know it's a little zoomed out. I just wanted to show y'all the bigger picture. And forgive me if I am not answering y'all's questions. If y'all are just leaving it in the comments for Facebook or Twitter. When I get into these modes where a warning is issued and I'm doing it live, I'm really focused on the radar. And so I forgive me, I am not purposely ignoring y'all. So I promise. And if y'all do have any questions, y'all can feel free to put them in the chat. I can see the chat. It's just other comments on other social media posts that I've done earlier today. So me, I'm gonna do another track and it'll be on this second storm right now. All right. So that's, I feel like it's trying to wrap around. Let's see. Let me go back and see on. Okay. I'm going to go back to Nashville's radar. Yeah, that is one messy velocity signature. So it does look a little iffy, but this storm right here that we were talking about earlier is just about to go right into it. So I'm gonna stop this and go back to a one screen. Forgive me, I go back and forth on different screens because I'm looking at so many different things. So, let's see. It's, yeah, still 15. I was looking to see if they updated the movement of it or anything. So, back. I'm gonna go point. I'm gonna be doing it from this point. I want to say it's actually taking more of a. Look at it real quick and see. Okay, it's more than that. Nope. So it looks like it's gonna go more like this. All right. Still going 15, so I'm gonna do 16. So it looks like this little bit, it's actually moved more toward the east. So Westmoreland, if you live north of Westmoreland, you'll be getting this little area right here. So I'm going to zoom in real quick. Morris Road, East Garrett's Creek Road, Floyd Gregory Road. That is where that little hook area will be coming. And once again, the velocity is not as tight as it was earlier. So once again, it is a severe thunderstorm warning until 7 o'clock. So we have about 20 minutes left. And it is moving to the southeast at 15 miles per hour. And real quick, if y'all, when these storms hit, you can get some hail, you can get some wind or structure damage. And once that is the case, the National Weather Service meteorologists, they're doing what I'm doing. They are looking at radar. And radar can say something, but what's actually happening on the ground could be a completely another. And that's where you all come in with y'all's reports for hail, for tree damage, flooding, in the wintertime, like snow fall amounts and ice and road closures and everything like that. Y'all send it to us T-Spotter. There's a bunch of us in the T-Spotter program, and each county has a T-Spotter. And it's actually different than the Storm Spotter classes. The T-Spotter is a close-knit community that's trained by the National Weather Service. And actually, most of us are actually degree meteorologists. So, and we take y'all's reports and we send it to the National Weather Service in the Slack. And that is where they can say, someone said, I'm not saying someone said there's a funnel, because there's not right now. But if someone said there was a funnel on this storm and I got the report, I will send it to the National Weather Service, and then that's where they can verify it and everything. And then once they do that, they can up the warning to a tornado warning. So that's where y'all's help comes in as well, and especially with hail size as well, because they can change and they can go into the severe thunderstorm warning and change the hail size. All right. So Franklin area. No, you're good. Franklin, right now y'all are just getting that little storm that's about to merge into that big. I would not be surprised if we will be seeing some flood advisories soon for this area. Let's see. I'm going to zoom back out. For those that don't know, this is Sumner right here. I know I zoom in and out a little too much. That y'all probably are screaming at me, Mackenzie, please stop. But I want to show y'all the bigger picture as well. I'm going to go ahead and take that storm tracker off. All right, this big area is coming right for you, Franklin. And right now it's just a severe thunderstorm. Actually, I'm going to flip over to velocity. I don't think it looks like a big mess. I'm not seeing anything really. Yes, you see like reds and greens kind of together, but when it's messy like this, that is not really concerning. And of course, the brighter greens are where you see the pockets of higher wind gusts. So you can be seeing 60. See, this polygon is the bright yellow, so that's just a regular severe thunderstorm warning. So if it's a considerable, which will go up to a 70-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning, it'll turn to like a burnt orange, and then it'll be like almost kind of black if it was a destructive, which will be about 80 to 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which we're not going to be seeing here. So right now it is just 60. Let me go in real quick. Let me keep it on velocity. Once again, velocity shows where the winds really are. So right around here, just to the southwest of Scottsville, we're looking at 48. I think that's the highest. I'm looking at 48. Oh, there's 54. That's actually, it just, the scans are, I believe, every 3 minutes right now. If I can remember. And of course, once again, this is Fort Campbell's. So Fort Campbell's radar's over here. So I'll be switching back and forth. I wanted to see Russellville. I know I'm not really talking about Sumner County right now. I'm talking about the storms that will be coming into Sumner County. Just a few. So those are all looking at. Let's go straight to Nashville's. 40, 41. All right. I'm going to go back to reflectivity real quick. And I'm going to do a large storm tracker just on this big mass of storms. I'm going to see the track of it real quick. So in Hendersonville, I know I haven't really talked about you. You'll be getting this little area. And we'll see if it becomes just like this. Which I would not be surprised if it does. Because right now it looks like they are anticipating. Right here will probably become a special weather statement shortly. Just with how the lightning strikes have intensified. Right here, this looks like a big mess. All right. And here in Seville, you're probably will be getting a little bit of sprinkles in just a few minutes as well. But I'm going to stop this and go into the big. Gallatin, you'll be getting probably the edge of this. Let me go ahead and do that storm tracker for you all. And I'm going to do that line. And I'm not going to do that first storm. I'm just going to do the main line. And I'm just going to, you know what? I'm just going to go all the way over here. I know this is one big storm tracker thing. But there we go. Yep, it's not moving that. It was 35, I believe. There we go. So I'm going to zoom it into Sumner real quick. So it'll be to the northern part of Sumner in about an hour. So Goodlettsville, about an hour and 39 minutes. Gallatin, about an hour and 40 minutes. I know it says Hendersonville a little bit later than Gallatin. It's just because how the line kind of is. So Hendersonville about 1 hour and 45 minutes, 47 minutes. I need to be able to read. Nashville about 2 hours and 8 minutes. Then y'all can see as it goes on down. Oh, perfect, Sarah. That's what I was wondering. There's definitely going to be rotation, but it was definitely broadening out. Let's see. I'm going to go back real quick. I'm going to keep this on real quick so y'all can see it. I'm probably making y'all sick with going back and forth, so forgive me. I'm just going to let that run, and I'm going to check in with the National Weather Service to see what their thoughts are. They say storm motions have really slowed down within the last half hour. Most activity should finally cross over into Tennessee within the next 30 minutes. So Tennessee, Kentucky border, you'll be getting it in within the next 30 minutes. So right up in Mitchellville, you're already getting a good storm on you right now, and you have been for a while. But this main line will be coming in within 30 minutes. And because it's slowed down so much, this is where that flooding concern kind of goes up. And I'm going to check in on my Hendersonville friends real quick because you got a little storm that's popping up down here. And it does look kind of messy, and that is because the National Weather Service office, which is right around here, you can see the little cone of silence where there's not any noise around there. So it could look like it's increasing or decreasing, but it looks like a big mess, and that's because of how close it is to the radar. That's the bad thing about living in Hendersonville, is how close we are to that radar. So for Hendersonville, you are within, yep, here we go. So right in the like Luna Lane, the peninsula area, you are just about to get a good downpour. That will probably only last about 5 to 10 minutes at most. I would not be surprised if it continues just because of how the atmosphere is. And I do need to look up because all right, then there's it's a bunch of mess coming in right now, so I'm not really going to be zoomed into Sumner because I want y'all just to see this huge big mass of rain coming into Sumner. So remember, Sumner is right here, and I'm not really tracing it much, but I just wanted y'all to see the picture of what is coming within the next 30 minutes to an hour and a half. And see, I'm going to check and see if I can see any reports of tree damage, structure damage, or flooding coming out of this area. But I'm not seeing much right now. And I do know several people were talking about the alerts they got. That used to be, that was actually from Sumner County's EMA office. And it used to be called Code Red about a year or so ago. And I've heard different stories that it got hacked or something else happened back in January, and it's been offline since it. I was told several times that they were discontinuing it, and then right, and so now they actually have it back, and is I believe the name of it's just Hendersonville Alerts, even though it does all of Sumner County. And I, I've been getting several people that said they didn't sign up for it. I don't know how they got, because I know some people that were signed up for Code Red. That's how they would get your phone number, but I don't know. I need to figure out how they got some because a lot of people said they weren't even signed up for Code Red, and it got. There's some people that thought I gave the phone numbers that were signed up for Weather Call. See, I do Weather Call, and Weather Call does the same thing with watch warnings. And when there's a warning issued, you actually get a call from me that says this is meteorologist Mackenzie Lowe. There's a tornado warning or there's a severe thunderstorm warning, and it just goes in through a script, and it's $15 a year. But for Hendersonville alerts, so right now there is not. I actually will show y'all real quick because I know a lot of y'all are asking about rotation and everything. I'll go through. I know I was actually meant to do a radar weather workshop. All right, here we go. So a lot. So they went ahead and reissued and actually expanded the severe thunderstorm warning. So you'll see where, let me see. Alrighty. Go back real quick on this. I'm going to see what the National Weather Service says because it does have a tornado possible tag on it, and I want to see what their reasoning is. I bet it's right here around Mitchellville. Okay. So the National Weather Service says new severe thunderstorm which came out for Sumner and northeast part of Robertson to cover the storms that are moving south into the area. Monitoring some rotation embedded within the storm, they added the tornado possible right now. And the reason for that, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my 2 screens so y'all can really see the area that they're talking about is this area right here. See, I just think it's weird how this storm just like was moving and now it's just going back south. So and the reason why it's going back south is because of this big line right here that is pushing it. And part of me thinks I'll have to see and watch a couple more of the scans, but I'll have to see what happens when this storm actually merges with this to see if it will intensify. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But right now, it does show that rotation right there, but it looks more like a downburst or microburst going on. Let's see. I'm actually going to see real quick if I can. I'm going to go to our sky cameras. I know we'll probably, see if it will go over to. I'm going to see if our Gallatin camera. Okay, the Gallatin camera is not working. So, all right. I'm going to go back and see if I can work on that. See the Gallatin camera, which the Gallatin camera is right around here on 109. I want to see if it was pointed right at that area. All right. I'm going to do I'm going to go back to one screen. I'm going to go back and do trying to see the motion on it because it is coming straight back into Mitchellville. It's just a weird movement on it. All right. Got that. So it is moving south. All right. That is so slow. 15 miles. Mm. All right. Oh, no, it's on a point. Bear with me. I'm trying to get the exact movement of it. Just okay. I'm gonna go back to 15. I'm gonna go to 16 miles per hour. All right, there we go. Now I'm gonna actually go back to the 2 screen because I want to see. I want to keep an eye on the velocity. So, right around Mitchellville, right around Nashville Road. You have that little hook area going in. North Church Street. For those in Hendersonville and Gallatin, I know I'm not talking about y'all right now. I'm focusing on this severe thunderstorm warning that does have a tornado possible tag onto it. But I'm going to zoom out. Right now, Hendersonville and Gallatin, you just have that little sprinkle, little shower coming in right now. So right now, none of it is going into Nashville or anything. The reason that, well, the storms that will be going into Nashville will be going through Clarksville first. But I'm going to go back and focus on this. One of those things I'm going to have to say, if I'm not talking about y'all, it's a good thing. And I'm getting kind of concerned about the look at this. Let's see. And for those that are saying you are hearing a lot of thunder in Gallatin, it's actually, you see in these little lightning strikes that are outside of the storm. That's why they always say, even in White House, there's no storms really around White House, and there's lightning strikes. And right up and down 109. That's where it says if you hear thunder, go indoors because lightning can strike 10 miles out of the storm. Right now for Gallatin, okay. Let's see. I'm going to. Yeah, the reason why Portland doesn't have any, this because it's right in the intake, so the windiness of it will be right in this area right here. Michaela, what are you? Since you said you're in Portland next to the state line, do you? I don't want to send you. It says when I wish I had a sky cam up here in Portland. I'm actually kind of working on it, trying to get it. So for anyone that has like a office building or knows any area up in Portland that would love to sponsor a weather camera, I would love that because that's when I really wish I had a camera right around here so I can see what's going on. No, no, no. I'm not concerned right now with Gallatin. No. They went ahead and issued that. This whole line is going to be severe thunderstorm warnings. But what I am concerned about is this little storm right here that's trying to wrap around. Right now, the rotation is very broad. But when I'm looking at the motion of the storm, it actually really takes it north of Gallatin. So Gallatin, I would not be worried right now. The I know it stretches out right here. Just the motion of the storm right now is going more to the east than south right now. But that's another thing I'm gonna have to we'll have to watch is with this big batch right here pushing it south. So we'll see. Oh no, Michaela. Yeah, you just went. Yep, you moved right into the storm. But this big batch of rain right here will be pushing this little storm that has the tornado possible tag. So I'm gonna be curious to see if it'll take more of a southern path. Let's see. I'm keeping an eye on the what the National Weather Service as well and what they're looking at. But once again, this is very. When you really look at the reflectivity it really looks like those supercells that like go around and hook around. But when you look at the velocity, I'm actually going to I'm actually going to flip to Hopkinsville's, see if we have anything more interesting. The lightning count for sure is looking about the same. I was looking at that to see, because if you see more lightning strikes, I'm seeing the lightning strikes really spread out, so I know it's a definitely noisy storm coming in. I'm going to flip to our 5 box, because right here I can change into multiple different things. And I'm going to go back to Nashville's radar. So I feel like that gives me the. All right. I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to show y'all just a little bit what I look at when these storms like to do the little hook area. So first of all, the big box is a reflectivity, which is showing where the heaviness of the rain is. And right now, right at the state line will be getting where we would see the hail. If there's pea size, dime size, if you are at the state line or anything and are seeing some hail, please, 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 please. Right now I'm getting mainly that thunder is intense. Um, so let me flip over. Right here is the velocity. That's what I've really been looking at. And the velocity shows where the rotation is, and see how it's kind of really broadened out. So that's, let's see real quick if it's really broadened out just a little bit. But what I will be watching too is this area right here as well. And actually, what we look at too is called the correlation coefficient. It's a mouthful, trust me. Um, we look to see if it, like, if blues match up with the velocity and with the hook, and then that's how we can see if there's a tornado on the ground. I'm not seeing much right now. I'm going to see. Want to, oh, okay. I'm actually going to swap my third and make it. Here we go. So where we are looking at is where we can see hail. So Portland, I'm actually going to. So if you are in Jim Courtney Road, Portland, Airport Road area, Ranch Road, just south of Mitchellville Oak Grove Road, that is where you will be seeing some hail, more than likely. And with it being pink, I would definitely say it's probably going to be a nickel size. So, all right, I'm going to go back and do this and do another storm track with it. Ooh. So in the little chat with the National Weather Service, there's a picture about 10 minutes ago of that storm right around Mitchellville coming slightly into Portland. It looks, so we are about to have a flash flood warning for this area. So Westmoreland, you probably will be in the flash flood warning as well. I'm going to do another storm track to it. I'm going to my concern level for tornadoes in Hendersonville is pretty low. I'm when you look at what will be coming into Hendersonville, which will be all back here, it's not looking too impressive. The only thing that is looking so for me is this area right above Portland. All right, I'm actually going to do a storm track with it just because the thing I'm looking right now is see how this suddenly turned red right here. So I'm looking to see. I'm going to flip over to our 4-box. So I really want to see on the correlation coefficient. So if you live, it's not going to tell me those straight. So Mitchell Oak Grove Road, Piper Road, Ranch Road, Airport Road area, and North Russell Street, you're right in some rotation, and I want to say treat it like a tornado warning, but I want to see what the next scan looks like as well. I'm going to go real quick. I'm going to stop it and do the velocity real quick, and I'm going to do a storm tracker on it as well. It's really trying to tighten up. So speed is 15. I believe it was. I'm going to do 20 miles per hour just as a heads up for it. Let's see if actually I'm going to. Nope. All right, I'm actually going to redraw it just as mentioned, just because it is kind of dipping a little bit south. Now it's starting to look that messy. This is where I talked about earlier was this big mess of rain coming in. Seeing, so it looks like right now it is messing with this storm. So I want to see right now. Okay, Courtney, you are at, okay. Are you getting any hail, Courtney? Since you're right around Airport Road, that's where I was looking at some hail possible as well. Okay, good. That's what I'm going to go back to the velocity just because I want to see. Okay, so I'm kind of confirming right now is what I was thinking about earlier is that storm that's right to the north of this little storm that had me kind of concerned. Looks like that rotation is completely broadening and just really dying out. So I'm going to keep my eye on it just a little bit to see if it tries to tighten back up. Because it did look for a little bit, it was trying to tighten up, but then I believe the storm that's right above it really kind of took it apart, which is a good thing. I would not be surprised if it starts moving more to the south just because of this. I'm going to go and do a broader for you all. All right. I'm gonna do it. I'll do a storm track on it later. So here's the big picture right now. Just this broken up line. Though right here is more of a line, but it's all broken up. And it's coming straight to the southeast. Let me see how. So that one's moving at 35. Okay. Yeah, for those in Hendersonville, it is going to be starting to get really dark, even though you just had a little bit of a, not really completely a storm because it wasn't, there's no lightning strikes around it, so it's like a shower. I am going to do. What I'm watching for is, yes, this severe thunderstorm right here warning has a tornado possible tag with it. And the reason is, let me see, jump around. Is that little, you look for these little kind of dog legs and hooks that like stick out. That's where rotation's trying to wrap up. So that's right where I'll be watching just in case. Jeez, the winds are really gonna pick up coming straight into. Do they have it for 60? Okay, they have it for 60. So right now we are seeing with this big storm. I'm going to go back to reflectivity so y'all can watch this big mass of rain come in. So right now with this big massive rain, we are looking at rainfall rates of 3 to 4 inches per hour, and that's the reason why, right, they went ahead and issued a large flash flood warning for basically the top part of Sumner's County. And that's the main reason is because back here it was showing 3 to 4 rainfall rates per hour. I'm not seeing any reports right now of hail, but let's see. I can show y'all real quick where the likely areas of hail would be. Down. I'm going to pause it so y'all can. So right now, if you were going to be experiencing hail, it will be right here, just south of Fairfield, and it'll be going right into Westmoreland. So for those that are in Fairfield and Westmoreland area, just heads up, you will probably be getting some pea-sized hail. And remember, if y'all do see any hail, just let me know and I'll send it over to the National Weather Service, as well as right around Allensville, which will be coming straight down to like Springfield area, which will eventually come to White House, Greenbrier, and Millersville, and eventually Hendersonville, probably in the next 45 minutes to an hour. I'll do a storm tracker on that. Just that would be one to watch as well. All right. Likelihood for a tornado. I know we do have that 2% chance that goes. Okay, I was like, what are they doing? There's a lot of polygons. Right. I'm going to go back to reflectivity, and I'm just going to do one big. I'm going to make sure real quick. Actually, nope. I'm going to go back right here, and I need to look and see if it's trying to tighten back up again. I'm keeping my eye on this area once more just to see if it tries, that rotation tries to, because once again, if it does, it will drop right north of Bethpage. There is hail. Okay. What size, Tracy? What size would you? And the reason why they have tornado possible tag with it is because of spin ups. That's mainly the reason why. Because you see these little doggy legs hooks that kind of like to stick out just a little bit. That's where the rotation would be, and that's where the spin ups could be. Let's see real quick. Once again, if y'all do say there's hail, please let me know kind of what size. Compare it to like pea size or dime, nickel, quarter, golf ball. I do need to put on this little my where it pops up, be like, oh, this is how you do hail size, and like show pictures of how to do hail size. All right, let me finally do this storm tracker thing for y'all that I've been telling I would do. I'm going to start it over here. I know it's already hailing, not hailing, raining just south of it. I just want to get the main line. There we go. I'm going to hit play real quick and see if I can get actually. Okay, there we go. You said 35. Okay, then I'm going to do, there we go, 1 hour. And then I'm going to try and move the cities up just a little bit so y'all can see. Okay. All right. I'm going to zoom in just a smidgen. I know it's kind of centered on Sumner County right now, but I wanted to show y'all this whole big line coming straight into it. I'm not, right, I'm not seeing, I'm going to go back to velocity and see. Honestly, based on this and what I'm looking at, it's looking more and more likely damaging wind threat than anything, because you see these little things like how they were earlier. There, it's actually becoming more green, and I bet you actually see right here is where I'm getting going to be concerned with damaging winds, just because you see that little blue mark. I'm going to do here. Oh, it took away that. All right. Do my little pointer thing so I can see. So this little area, which will be coming into right around Cross Plains, it will go probably straight into White House, New Deal, and will eventually come into Hendersonville. It's looking almost 7. They are probably going to have to up the they're going to probably have to up the winds of the severe thunderstorm warning up to 70 miles, because I'm looking at 72 miles per hour, 73 miles per hour wind gusts coming in. All right, let's go over here to Westmoreland. There is still some little on Austin P Highway. There is still some rotation, not as pronounced as it was earlier. And of course, this will be coming straight into in between Westmoreland and Bethpage. We are looking at a good 54. I think that's the most I saw was 54 mile per hour wind gusts as well. So I'm going to go back and do that storm tracker once more, because I was seeing something on radar that I needed to verify with the velocity. Because when I look at these little notches, that's the thing I like to really look at to see for if there's any rotation. All right. let's go back and do this big line. I know I'm cutting through this storm because I know Hartsville, you're getting the beginning of it. I just wanted to do this big little. Okay. Okay, the speed is not 49. I'm going to do 30 because it's 35. I'm going to move it up to 40 just because with how it looks like it's starting to bow kind of out just a little bit. I do feel like the speed will probably increase just a smidgen. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and do 40 miles per hour just to give a heads up. So, all right, we are looking at. Oh, nope. Did not like me doing that. Redo this. And I'm doing it just a little bit outside of the storms as well, so where the winds will be coming straight in. I'm just gonna go. There we go. All right, here we go. White House about 8 minutes. Greenbrier about 11 minutes. Gallatin. No, there's no ways that's 7. I was like, wait a minute. That's no. There we go. Much better. I was like, wait a minute. It's not moving that quick. All right. So White House about 14 minutes. Greenbrier about 20 minutes. Gallatin 23 minutes. Ridgetop about 23 minutes. Millersville, Goodlettsville about 32 minutes. Hendersonville about 34 minutes. Remember to, with these time, give and take a couple of minutes because we all know storms like to just try and slow down, speed up, try to make us want to lose our hair sometimes. So, as I said, that little area right here that was seeing 70 miles per hour wind gusts with it. Well, it looks like the National Weather Service office went ahead and upgraded that severe thunderstorm warning. So, for those that don't know, and they went ahead and upgraded ours as well. So, for those that don't know, severe thunderstorm warnings have 3 different types. You have your regular severe thunderstorm warning, which is 60 miles per hour wind gusts, and that's where you'll see the bright yellow polygons. Then, if the winds increase, like these storm winds are coming in right now, and they're hitting about 70 miles. I'm gonna check real quick. I'm gonna have to redo that storm tracker real quick and see. So they did up it to 70 mile per hour. So because of the 70 mile per hour, it is called a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. And I believe this one is that 70 as well. And it does have tornado possible just because of how the winds are. So we could have a quick spin up. It's very low chance right now. I feel like it's more going to be that damaging winds with 70 miles per hour. And remember, when you have 70 miles per hour to 80 miles per hour wind gusts coming in, that can be just like a spin up tornado, EF0, EF1 tornado as well. And then the highest severe thunderstorm warning is a destructive one, which will be like 80 to 90 miles per hour. So I'm going to take this and see. It's moving southeast still at 35. All right. And we should be able to, if I can get my camera fixed for Gallatin, we should be able to see the storm coming in. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me do the velocity real quick because the area I'll be concerned with a spin up tornado would be this little area right here that's coming into Adams. And that could go just south of Springfield. So, If it does produce a tornado, it'd be a quick spin up. Now, I don't understand why we call it spin up when the tornado actually spins down. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep the velocity. So, all right. Yes, I'm going into Robertson right now, and I'm going to go all the way down here. And it said 35. I'm still sticking with 40. And because of that, I'm doing that because I want to give y'all just a little bit of a heads up. And I kind of zoomed out so y'all can get this whole. And I'm going to go back to reflectivity so y'all can see it all coming in as well. But once again, these are a severe thunderstorm warning, and it is a considerable tag. And the considerable tag is because we have 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming straight down. So, all right. So, let me make sure this is still okay. So, it's still at 40. So, White House, you got about 6 minutes. Gallatin, about 13. Remember, probably White House, you probably have about 8 to 10 minutes before it's right on top of you. I did do it for 40 instead of 35 just because I want to give y'all a heads up. So, Westmoreland, you definitely have it on you right now. And once again, if y'all do see any tree damage, structure damage, hail, please, please, please send it my way. And include a location and, if safely, a picture so I can send it to the National Weather Service as well. So right now, it looks like that pocket of strong wind is staying in the northeast of Robertson County right now. And right now, it will be crossing I-65 within the next 20 to 30 minutes. And they just released a new weather balloon as well. Then I didn't know if y'all saw what I said before was the National Weather Service here in Nashville is actually doing weather balloons every 6 hours because of the tropical storm Bertha that's, yes, in the Gulf. But because of that, that's actually helping us know what's going on with the atmosphere. So they went ahead and did their 00Z sounding. And right now, it looks like the Cape is around 4,000, which that means there's a lot of energy, which is why we are seeing these winds kind of pick up and forming more into a damaging winds threat. And right now, the precip water is a soggy 2 inches, which means that's why you're seeing these green polygons of flash flood warnings. It's because this storm right here is dumping a lot of rain. I believe when we said about 3 to 4 inches rainfall rate per hour. And I'm going to go through and do the loop for y'all while I'm talking. And the thing is, when y'all do ask about tornadoes and what I look for with these little things, see this little edge right here that kind of has that little hook? That is the area that we really look at for rotation. And I just want to keep this ETA up just because with these winds hitting around 70 miles per hour, I would not be surprised if we do have some power outages coming in. And speaking of that, let's see if I can look in to see. So once again, you can see on the right hand side that will show y'all your ETA. And I'm actually going to try and see real quick if I can get. And once again, for those, if I don't answer your question immediately, I promise I'm not annoying you. It's one of these things I get in this mode and I'm just talking, talking, talking. And hopefully within while I talk, I answer your question anyways. So let me, I'm, this might pop up on my screen. No, it won't. Okay, perfect. Oh, yep. There it goes. I'm going to try and see if I can get our camera for Gallatin working so we can see what it looks like coming in. I'm trying to see if it's going to work real quick. Give me just a second. All right. Sorry, I was getting the call. I don't know if a lot of y'all are just now getting the call from Weather Call or the new Hendersonville alerts for the flash flood warning that is coming. So all of Sumner County is now under a flash flood warning. And only the northern part is under a severe thunderstorm warning, which Hendersonville and Gallatin, you will eventually be under a severe thunderstorm warning because I do not see where this will be weakening by the time it gets to, it could weaken just a little bit, but I don't see it weakening completely before it gets to Hendersonville or Gallatin. So just heads up, we will probably get a severe thunderstorm warning that will go into Davidson and will completely cover Hendersonville, Gallatin. It'll go straight into Wilson County as well. And I'm gonna, since I've had this ETA up just a little, I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna go into my two screen and show y'all just where. So on the right, you'll see the velocity. I probably sound like a broken record, but velocity is where you are able to see the strongest of the wind. So you see these bright greens that are almost like a light blue on your right hand side. That is where we are seeing 60 to 70. So it actually looks like where the 70 over in Robertson County was really picking up, and it actually looks like it kind of has weakened just a smidgen. So the National Weather Service just say the storms are now becoming more linear and less discrete in nature. Not seeing as much rotation anymore, but we are seeing an increase in low level winds, which means, once again, damaging wind threat. So, in kind of our low term, is it's switching from it wasn't really a tornado threat, but the rotation is weakening. But now we're seeing an increase in low level winds, which means it's going to be more of a damaging wind threat coming in right now. So let me see if I can get camera up and running for Gallatin so y'all can see that storm coming in. Trying to get it. Where is it? Give me one moment. Trying to pull it up. I'm looking at, it feels like 10 different screens right now. I'm going to have to show y'all sometime my whole screen set up, like a behind the scenes eventually. All right, so you'll see that severe thunderstorm warning that will come straight for Gallatin. And they are actually making that just a regular severe thunderstorm warning. So you'll notice my setup will change colors from yellow to green. It'll be based on the warning that is coming, that was issued. So the yellow is severe thunderstorm warning, green is the flood warning. I'm going to see. There's the cameras. All right, here we go. We are about to get. All right. I want to see. Let's see. All right. I'm going to see if our Gallatin camera will come back. Oh, nope. Okay. It's not going to do it. All right. Nope. Yeah, all this went flickered, so don't mind that. Just I'm gonna go straight back to this since it's not gonna work. All right. Oh no. Here we go. I apologize. It's all messing. I think I just took a lightning strike around here too. So let's go back. We are gonna go and do a storm track back on this thing. And I'm just going to do it starting at Sumner. Here we go. And zoom it out just a smidgen. We're going to go 40. All right, there we go. I'm going to zoom in for you all. All right. Once again, this is going to be for 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts as well. So, all right, Ridge Gallatin, you are just about 7 minutes away. Ridge Top about 7 minutes. Millersville about 8 minutes. Coppertown about 13 minutes. Goodlettsville 14 minutes. And Hendersonville, you're about 16 minutes. Remember, give or take a couple minutes based on if it will speed up or slow down. So the National Weather Service says the heaviest rain is occurring over Robertson and Sumner, which is us, which is where the greatest flash flood risk is right now. I am not seeing anything right now with tree damage, which I would not be surprised if we'll be getting tree damage and structure damage shortly, especially for those up in Portland and Westmoreland area. This will not be an all night thing, Caitlin. Sorry, I just saw your thing. It'll just be a couple hours. I'll go ahead and zoom out. This is basically the main line coming through. It's so right. So this is the main event. Once it's through, we might have some slightly showers, but nothing. This will completely take away our how the atmosphere is right now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to flip over since some of y'all are asking about rotation. I'm going to keep the ETA track on it. I wish it moved with the storms, but it's not that fancy yet. So we'll see. For those who are asking about rotation, I'm not really seeing rotation. As I said earlier, the National Weather Service said it's becoming more linear. So the rotation is broadening out. It's becoming more of a wind threat. It was always a damaging wind threat. There was some little kinks in this line that could do a spin up, which I'm not seeing any of that right now. Hendersonville, you will probably be coming into a severe thunderstorm warning shortly. So I don't think we will be seeing any tornadoes tonight. It'll just be mainly damaging winds. And once again, they are looking at 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in. So Gallatin, you are about to get slammed with this 50 to 60-mile-per-hour wind gust coming in right now. So it does say 7 minutes. I want to say, Gallatin, you probably have about 5 minutes now because this was done a couple minutes. Bethpage, y'all are getting, let's see, I'm going to see right now for Bethpage, y'all are getting about 50s, 53 miles per hour. Y'all are right in the thick of it right now, Bethpage. And Portland, you should be, let me go, I'm going to go to go back. I know the ETA went, I want to go back to I'm going to actually, this is one big lightning. I wonder how much lightning strikes are going on, but I'm actually going to cut off the lightning real quick. There's a lot of lightning. Y'all know there's a lot of lightning with this, but it is actually not letting me see. So let's see. All right. We're going to go back to Bethpage. You are right in the thick of it right now. So you probably have a good 30 minutes before it should be good. It's just like a 20 to 30-minute storm that's going to come straight down. All right. Portland, give me 20 minutes. You are almost on the end. That for all clear, I want to say about 20 to 30 minutes left for you. Gallatin, you are about a good 5 minutes. See, there's the severe thunderstorm warning right now. That will include Davidson, and it does include Hendersonville as well. And then, since my severe weather, I guess there are so many polygons that my colors and all the information decided to not show up. All right. So the severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Hendersonville and then Davidson and the rest, that goes until 8:30, and that will be once again for 60. So I'm gonna go over real quick and show y'all what each polygon means. So, all right, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to do one box, and we are going to do, I'm actually going to say velocity because the main thing I want to, so it looks like the strongest of the winds, velocity shows where the strongest of the winds is, and it looks like the strongest of the winds is coming right into Bethpage. And I saw 50, 53. And remember, this is up in the air. It's the radar is down here where the national office is, and it's actually looking up into the clouds. And I can definitely see it does look a little green. So, all right. So, Bethpage, you are probably getting the strongest of the winds out of everybody in Sumner County right now. And Springfield is probably, I know this is Robertson County, but I have a few of you that are in Robertson County, and it's looking like almost 60, 58, 60 coming right into Springfield. And all right. So Cottontown, you are right in the thick of it. New Deal, you're right in the middle of it as well. Portland, you are almost done with the strongest of the winds. Sorry if I am not answer everybody's question. I'm going through trying to name every city I can. So, all right, I'm gonna go in and explain these different color polygons because some of you probably don't know what they are. This bright yellow is the severe thunderstorm warning, and that severe thunderstorm warning will expire at 8:30, and it's just for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And right, and you see these green polygons as well, which cover all of Sumner. That is flash flood warning because right now these storms are bringing in some heavy, heavy rainfall, 3 to 4 inches an hour rainfall rates coming in right now. So I would not be surprised if after it's passed, I'm getting some reports of roads, and I'm talking about Stop 30 Road here in Hendersonville will probably be flooded. All right. Yes, Hendersonville is going to have some strong wind coming in. Right now, it's looking at 40. And I'll see if it tries to pick up. Gusts can go up to, because Hendersonville, you are in just a regular severe thunderstorm warning, and that is for 60 miles per hour wind gusts, and that also expires at 8:30, so about 40 minutes. And you'll see this kind of a burnt gold kind of color. That is also a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's a considerable one, and that's includes White House, and that is for 70 miles per hour wind gusts. And actually, and it also has a tornado possible tag as well. Let me, I'm gonna see something real quick because right, I know it's not Sumner, but for those that are watching me that are in Robertson County as well, I'm looking at some rotation right above Springfield. So I'm going to go back to our two screen real quick. And I want to see if there's like a little notch. There kind of is. So I would definitely be watching that for the next couple of scans just to see, because there is some rotation north of Springfield. And that will continue going down to Greenbrier, and it'll eventually go into Davidson County as well. So that's one thing I would be concerned about. But once again, these scans are every 3 minutes. So one scan, you can see the rotation really tightening up, and then the next scan, there's no rotation at all. So that's one thing where us meteorologists, we always have to, when we say give it a couple of scans, we want to see the trend continues. Are there any confirmed tornadoes with this system? There were several tornadoes, I believe, up in Kentucky and um, I or Ohio, but all of that storms is like in West Virginia, in Virginia right now. So that's the only confirmed tornadoes that I've heard about with this system right now. I'm looking to see real quick if there is any damage reports. Remember, if y'all do see any damage reports, please, please, please. We also do have several roadways and White House area that have already have flooding. So once again, if y'all do see any flooding, any structure, tree damage, any hail, please send them my way and I'll send it to the National Weather Service. All right. I'm gonna go back to the windscreen and do like a big overview real quick for you all, and I'm gonna keep it velocity. I know some of you probably are don't realize what velocity is. Velocity shows where the winds or going toward or from the radar. And it's basically where meteorologists we look at, see right here we can see almost 60 miles per hour wind gusts coming straight into Springfield. Oh, I would not be surprised if this severe thunderstorm maybe gets upgraded. We'll see if it continues. If it goes more of a darker blue, that means it'll be intensifying and wind. And we'll see if this big severe thunderstorm warning that is Hendersonville, Millersville, Greenbrier area as well will turn this little gold color and it'll go up. But I'm going to go back to reflectivity for so y'all can see. Of course, reflectivity shows y'all where the heaviest of the rains are. In White House, it is, if there's already flooding occurring in White House, and y'all probably got a good 20 minutes left in that as well. And you know how we were talking about there was like 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts that were coming straight into Robertson, and then that would make its way into Sumner County earlier. There are reports of trees down around that area as well. Once again, I'm going through and looking to see if there's any reports to let y'all know. I eventually am going, because once again, I am going to be launching my 24/7 weather channel that will be live 24/7 on YouTube on Friday. So, whoop, whoop. So now I will definitely, I'll still be doing this and updating this, but this will only be for like severe weather coverage. But the 24/7 channel will be doing radar, I'll be doing your 7-day forecast, allergy forecast, aches and pains, golfing forecast, fishing forecast, etc. I am only seeing right now 450 customers out in Sumner County, but that was updated 12 minutes ago, so it probably is definitely more now. But I know I'm seeing a lot of y'all saying the sky is turning green. When I was little, I was told that always meant a tornado is coming. But so when a sky turns green before or during a severe thunderstorm warning, it does not cause tornadoes. That's just a myth. It's actually just a sign that the storm is really intense and contains a lot of water and often hail. So that green color is mainly meaning it's the flood threat and hail threat, not the myth of a tornado's coming. That's I was always told that by my father years ago. So all right, let me see. So I can show y'all because it means hail as well. See all this green and reds and that used to be pinks. This is where hail could be at. It could be pea size, nickel size. I do not have right now anything saying that there is hail. But once again, a green sky is more commonly associated with large hail and heavy downpours. And it basically means the thunderstorm is very powerful. So I hope that explained it and kind of bust that myth. I kind of want to do a series that's like weather myths, and y'all can send me all the weather myths that y'all have always been told as kids and stuff like that, and I can always be like, hey, that's just a myth, or hey, that's actually true. So going back, I'm going to zoom out. Y'all can really see how there used to be kind of kinks, and just see they went ahead and did another severe thunderstorm warning. And let's see. They kept it at 70. I wanted to see if they went up to 80, but I didn't see anything with 80. So all right, Hendersonville, you are just about to get slammed with this rain coming in. And if I, let's see, if I lose power, I will try to, because we all know power tends to go out even on a sunny day here. So if the power does go out, I will try and jump back on. Actually, let me see if I can. I need to get me a because I tried one time doing the hotspot. If I did lose power, do like a hotspot on my phone and keep it up and running, but it didn't do well. It skipped a lot. So if y'all have any suggestions for like any devices that are like better hotspots than your phone, please send them my way because I would love to get one, especially for times like this. No, I do not see. I know it says tornado possible with this little golden polygon, but that's because you see up here there's these little kind of kinks in their line. And I'm going to stop the radar real quick and kind of show y'all why I'm not seeing. And earlier there's like these little kind of kinks in the line. That's where meteorologists really look at to see where rotation is. And as I, let's see, I want to, okay, I'm not going to do that. Because I was kind of, no, I am doing it because I'm going to draw on here. I'm not an artist, so please forgive me. So you see these like little kinks that are, that's what meteorologists really look at in lines for rotation. All right, now I'm going to get rid of that. And now we're going to move forward. See how now it's like a kind of like a bowl or backwards C shape? That is why it's becoming more of a damaging wind threat, which is what it typically really was at the very beginning. But be, and actually from the National Weather Service, because now they are doing every 6 hours weather balloon launches, and that's because of the tropical storm down in the Gulf of America. Um, they do that to help out, and actually that really helped us know what is going on with the atmosphere. And for those that actually have a family or friends coming into BNA, they are actually just about to do a ground stop. And if y'all have family that lives in Nashville, Smyrna, Murfreesboro, see, my family lives in Murfreesboro and Lebanon area, this storm that's hitting Hendersonville and Gallatin right now is going straight down there. So if you have family and friends that live in those areas, Franklin, Brentwood, Nashville, Smyrna, Murfreesboro, Lebanon area, Watertown, please give them a heads up as well. But there is a ground stop at BNA. So for those that have family and friends that are flying in or trying to fly out, let them know as well. But as I was saying, you see how it's that kind of bowl shape? That is because actually with the weather balloon that the, as at the National Weather Service just, well, they actually took off about an hour or so ago. It was showing that storms really had a like are really the speed of lower jet is really intense. So let me. So sounding or the weather balloon, the National Weather Service typically, I'm going to get rid of this little bowl looking area line because Hendersonville, it's coming right in right now for you. And I'm going to let the radar, oop, I'm going to get rid of my little pencil. I need to learn how to draw better on this. This is why I need a touch screen. All right. Portland, Mitchellville, y'all are almost done. I promise. Y'all are going to get through here. So the sounding or weather balloon, the National Weather Service typically does it twice a day. There's some that had to cancel because of cuttings and budget cuts about a year ago. That is actually why the weather guidances and models have been, it was a huge thing about a month ago that the weather models were awful. Like they weren't doing anything. They were missing storms. Of course, summertime storms are actually pretty hard to deal with those guidances and everything. So now it's because there wasn't many weather balloons going up. Now, because of the tropical storm, the National Weather Service here in Nashville is doing it every 6 hours. So the sounding was underway, and of course the Cape was over 4,000, which that's pretty high. That means the atmosphere has a ton of energy. And it's just like a little kid in a bouncy ball that's just ready. If the storm hits a certain point in the atmosphere, it'll it'll blow up, basically. So because of that, there's definitely potential for severe storm development, which is we're seeing in a very strong updraft, which is causing damaging downbursts, which is what we were seeing up in Portland that was going straight into Westmoreland that had that rotation. It was downburst, very damaging downbursts, which I would not be surprised if we do have some damage reports in Portland and Westmoreland area. Once this gets passed, I'll go through reports and everything. It said large hail, but I haven't seen any reports of hail yet. I really haven't been, I've just been looking at the Slack chat with the National Weather Service and a few other, see if any reports coming in there as well. I'm seeing. Looking to see if there's anything else. So it does look to me that the rainfall rates have decreased just a smidgen. So that's why there's an additional flash flood warning for Davison, Wilson, and Smith. So that's just below us. All right. So right now we are seeing about 1.5 inch to 3 inch water running over North Harris and Portland area. And that area does not normally flood at all. So we are getting some flooding reports in Portland as well. So once again, if y'all do see any flooding reports, hail, structure, tree damage, send them my way and I'll send them to the National Weather Service. All right, so the latest discussion from the Storm Prediction Center is saying that this line that's going straight through Hendersonville right now, that Portland, you're just about done. My kind of basically will say you're done because you should be tempering off with the heavy rain right now. Yeah. So let's see. The discussion is saying the main concern will be straight line winds, which is what I was telling y'all earlier. It's forming into that kind of bowl shape, so that's why wind speeds are hitting 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts as well. Gallatin, let's see, you are almost done with the heavy rain, then you'll be going straight into the yellow. So give it another 30 minutes. All right. I'm going through and seeing if. Ooh, I got a lot of. I do apologize for those that have commented on any of the Facebook post, any of my social media like X post or anything. I am I haven't seen a lot of that, and I'll go through and I'll go through and reply as much as I can. But once I'm in this severe weather mode, I'm strictly on live stream, looking at the National Weather Service, their chat room, and all that. So, all right. No, 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 no. Portland, you should be good. Gallatin, you're almost done with the heavy of this rain. Right on East Main Street. Let's see. West and East Main Street. Y'all are just now getting that downtown Hendersonville. All right, Gallatin area. Heaviness should be just south of y'all. National Pike. Being on Vest, 386. Y'all are getting the heaviness of it right now. Let's see. Let's see. Power flickering. Mine hasn't flickered yet. So fingers crossed. I would not be. A lot of people are saying the coloring, the green and everything of the sky is so weird. But once again, I explained that earlier, but I'll go ahead and say it again. The green, I don't know about you, but my father told me when I was very little, was green sky means tornado. Actually, it really doesn't. It means that the storm is pretty intense and has very heavy downpours, and it's just full of water. So it's basically the clouds are full of water and have hail going up and down as well. Which the thing is, which confuses me, is that we're having that green coloring because that actually really mainly goes with hail. And I haven't had any um, hail threats or hail reports as of right now. And I do apologize that the it looks like the current conditions and all that just because it flickered out earlier. It didn't go back to normal. I'll just have to go past that. Let's see. So the city of Gallatin, so reporting 1,180 plus lightning strikes within the last hour. And I'll turn back the lightning strikes for you. I did take off the lightning strikes because it was covering. There we go. Whew. I would believe it that about 1,000 lightning strikes. Yeah, I could. Yep, that's crazy. I'm gonna take off the lightning strikes back as well. All right. I have a camera for Old Hickory Lake, but it's not showing right now as well. So I was like, I can definitely show that. I'm going to zoom out and show y'all the bigger picture because a lot of y'all are asking, is this it? Yes, this is the main event. Get my little pencil out. This is the main event. Once it's past us, then our severe threat will be complete. It'll be done because the atmosphere is worked over. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give it all clear. There is no more tornado threats. It's, as you can see, it's that kind of bow, that bow structure, backward C. It's mainly a damaging wind threat. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and give it all clear to Mitchellville, Fairfield, Portland. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all an all clear just because the heaviest of the rain is done with you. Westmoreland, give me about 5 more minutes. Bethpage, you're getting close. And Gallatin, you are actually, it's doing that kind of weird, but because it's right by the radar, it has that weird. So Gallatin, give me just a little bit. Hendersonville, you are in the thick of it right now. But hey, for all y'all that were asking where the rain was the past couple weeks, I know I was in Florida. I was in Pensacola getting a air show. So we actually had a couple of storms down there we had a storm come by Saturday on the air during the air show. So I got to be the meteorologist down there. So got to see the low flyover. And let me say it was pretty amazing too, even though it was a little too low, but it was pretty cool. But no, for the several of you asking, where's the rain? Because I know during the summer there's all these pop ups. Some neighborhood getting some rain, and then the next neighborhood didn't. So pretty much, I think everybody got some rain today. So it actually, I'm not. I know it showed a lot of lightning. I'm not hearing thunder as much as I thought I would. So it's kind of that nice rain, sleepy sound to it too. Perfect. Yeah, I mean the worst of the winds is away from White House. The worst of the winds actually is. I'll show you all back on velocity. All right. So see how it goes from green and then it all turns to red where that line was? That's because remember, red is winds away from the radar, and the radar is right here. Right here. That's the National Weather Service office. So the little cone of silence. So the greens are winds going toward the radar, and the reds are going away. So that's another thing where those are asking if there's any tornado threats. No, because I'm not seeing. It's like one big line, and there's no little. That's a little interesting over here in Hartsville, but let me actually, a cool kind of tidbit for y'all is if y'all ever wanting to know what a National Weather Service meteorologist screen looks like, here y'all go. It's like this 4 box. And it's even like a 5 box or 6 box as well. They're looking at so many things. Like the velocity, wind speeds, is there rotation? Here's the reflectivity, how heavy the rain is. The correlation coefficient, where's the hail, and if you see a green dot that matches up with the velocity, and if it's like a little hook, that's what I was doing earlier. I was trying to match it to see if it's like a blue dot that matches up. That's how we can confirm that there's a tornado on the ground. There's not right now, I promise there's not. But this is typically what a meteorologist screen looks like at the National Weather Service. Is you're looking at so many things. So my little favorite thing is this, where you can see like have 4 screens up here and then one big one, and then you can just flip them back and forth. I've been kind of messing around with that lately. It is definitely, well, it's definitely coming out. This is when I wish my little, I'll have to fix it and everything. My current conditions and everything not working. But it used to do it where it will change colors, and it did it earlier. It turned yellow for a severe thunderstorm warning, and it will say current conditions if there's no warnings or anything. And when there's a warning, it will switch to saying a severe thunderstorm warning, and then it'll have the motion and when it expires, as some of y'all saw earlier. And then I have a little thing that says support, because SumnerSevereWx is community funded. It is all because of you guys. So there, several people donate through Vemno, through PayPal, through all sorts of things. I'm also, since I'm doing a 24/7 weather channel thing on YouTube, that'll be this constant radar. It'll be 7-day forecast, it'll be golfing forecast, fishing forecast, it'll be all sorts of cameras. And there's going to be a couple of sponsors. So if any of y'all have businesses or no businesses, I would love to sponsor Sumner Sphere. You can definitely send them my way. All right. So I'm going to go back to one screen. But I just wanted to show y'all just new things coming to Sumner Severe, since we are almost see that little area I was talking about. They went ahead and issued a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. And for those that are new on here, there are different types of severe thunderstorm warnings. And that actually is kind of new. It's kind of really recent that they've started adding little tags. Like, it's new that, see where it says tornado possible for a severe thunderstorm warning? That's new. So, because when we didn't have that, they would immediately issue a tornado warning, and that could have been a false tornado warning as well. And National Weather Service is actually trying to limit false tornado warnings as well. So you first start with a special weather statement, which we actually did not have, because that's like typical when a storm goes up to 40, 50 miles per hour. It's a special weather statement, which is like a mini severe thunderstorm warning. These storms intensified so quickly, they went straight into severe thunderstorm warnings. And you see these bright yellow boxes, that is there's a regular severe thunderstorm warning. And then you see these gold ones, those are considerable, which is 70 miles per hour. And then we have a destructive one. And the destructive ones have like a darker brown, darker or orangey, burnt orange color to it. So, and you can see these little green ones as well. Those are flash flood warnings. No, I was going to see if it will show me. So once again, we are all still under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30. So we've got about 7 minutes left. And then the flash flood warning will expire at 10:30 as well. It is definitely coming down right now. So, all right. White House, you are almost done, but I bet you there's a ton of flooding going on. I'm looking to see real quick. They are, let's see. And once again, if I'm not answering y'all's questions, please forgive me. Once I am in this kind of severe weather coverage mode, I strictly just look at the stream chat. So forgive me if I'm not going through answering all those questions. All right. So it looks like in Portland we have flooding already around Hermitage Drive and Cora Street area. And once again, if y'all do see any flooding or any flooding, any tree damage, structure damage, I know I'll probably sound like a broken record, and forgive me. I'm probably not going to have a voice tomorrow. So it is. I'm going to. Portland, I know I went ahead and gave you a clear, but I didn't even realize what time it was because my little time thing doesn't work down here. But for some reason, I was still thinking it was like 7 o'clock. But no, it is almost 8:30. Whew. Time flies when you do this. All right, Portland, you just got a little pop up from the shower. Nothing too bad. White House, you're almost done. I promise. Beth Page, you're good. Westmoreland, you're good. Fairfield, I was going to say y'all can go to sleep, but I guess for those that go to sleep at 8:30, y'all can go to bed. Right. I hope I've made a little bit of sense. It kind of got a little crazy because I wanted to show y'all the camera started not working. I've been kind of messing around with computer coding and all that stuff to kind of update Sumner Severe stuff, especially with that 24/7. And if y'all don't know, if some of y'all are not on my Facebook, some of y'all just on Twitter, sorry, X, not Twitter, or YouTube. Um, if y'all jump over to my Facebook, I'm actually doing a giveaway. Instead of getting one SumnerSevereWx tumbler, you get two, and they're actually pretty nice tumblers. If my hair didn't look like a mess, I would turn the camera on and show y'all the tumblers. But I'm doing a little contest. All you have to do is follow the page and then tag a friend, because whoever wins a tumbler, and your tag friend wins a tumbler as well. So if y'all want to jump on and do that, it's just celebrate the 24/7 Weather Channel coming out this Friday. I'm going to be doing a whole big thing. It'll just be on YouTube for right now. And hopefully at the end of the year, we can get on Roku TV, Fire Stick TV, and more. It'll be doing your 7-day forecast for all most cities in Sumner County. It will be doing your golfing forecast, your allergies, everything, and also doing events around Sumner County. But, all right, let's go through. I'm going to zoom out and do a bigger picture real quick. All right, so that line really. This is the thing that the National Weather Service was concerned about. This is why they went ahead and issued that flood watch last night, was because when this storm when it hit up here right on the Tennessee Kentucky border, it really slowed down. It was going 15 miles per hour, and then it 30. Let's see what it's going now. Oh, now it's moving 55. So thank goodness, because I know up here, jeez, it is still pouring. All right, I'm looking at you, Stop 30 Road in Hendersonville. How much you want to bet that thing is flooded already? And Upper Station Camp Road, I'm taking bets on if that's flooded already or not. But once again, sounding like a broken record. If um, if y'all see any flooding, structure, tree damage, please, 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 please let me know. But once again, there is several reports of flooding around Portland. There's several reports around White House right now. Now I'm looking real quick and seeing. Ah, sorry, I was putting in that it's a teamwork really between National Weather Service, me, and you all. It's where y'all get the reports, send them to me, and I send them to National Weather Service because what they're looking at radars. Well, I showed earlier, they have all these screens. And the thing is, radar can show you one thing, and um, what's actually happening is a different thing. Like I was showing y'all in Portland, it was showing hail, but I haven't gotten a report so far of hail happening. So that's why it's kind of ground truth for y'all to help out. So, and that's why I'm actually looking for businesses that would love to sponsor doing weather cameras. If I can get ours working and everything, is if y'all have water towers, if y'all have buildings or cell towers or anything that would love to host a weather camera, please, please, please send them my way. The email is MLOWE at SumnerSevereWx.net. Of course, I'll put a post up for that as well. And because it's actually scientifically proven that if not saying there's going to be a tornado warning, there's not for us. Um, if I said there's a tornado warning, some people won't do anything. But if we had a weather camera and it showed a tornado on the ground, that gets people actually moving and doing stuff. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. All right. Let's see. I was going to say station camp. Thank you. Yep. I definitely. Let's see. Gallatin, give me about 5 to 10 minutes. You've already through the heaviest of the rains. So you'll Hendersonville, you probably have a good 15 to 20 more minutes. It's not going to be the heaviest rains because that's already passed. It is. I'll turn back the lightning on. I didn't do. I turned it off just because. Oh, hold on. Where is it? There it is. Just because it was so much that y'all could barely see the velocity or anything. So I'll turn it back on since it's not as much. But man, this is when I need my weather cameras up and running. But let's see. It is moving that severe thunderstorm warning right here was moving at 50. So White House, you're if you live north of White House, you're good. I feel like I'm saying, "Oh, you're good to go," like it's a tornado warning. You can come out of safety. Sorry, I'm looking and seeing if there's any more flooding reports coming in. Once again, the Cora Street and Heritage Drive in Portland was flooding. As well. Yeah, let's see. The flash flood warning actually was for Cannon and Rutherford and Williamson. I'm not seeing if they seeing if they extended the time real quick because I would No, it's still. Hey Laura, does it still say 10:30 on that flash flood warning? I'm going to see up here. That's 10. So North Sumner is 10:15. Southern Sumner is 10:30. There's so many different green polygons. I'm just see. It is. Sorry, I'm going through and seeing. Okay, there is a rumor going on Facebook that there was a tornado. No, there was not. I promise you there was not. So, if anyone's saying there was a tornado on the ground, no, there wasn't. So, just letting y'all know, trying to debunk that quickly so y'all no one freaks out. I promise you. Let's see. All right, it looks like Ray's Road in Portland as well. Right. Once again, forgive me for not answering everyone's question. Andrea. Okay, I'll blame him. Yes, as a definitely parent saying yes. I know I was a tornado when I was younger. Yes. Let's see. I'm not seeing many. I know there was a with how much lightning and thunder. I'm surprised there's not oh goodness, more power outages yet. I'm looking real quick to see the total. And yes, this is the main event. I'll zoom out. And we are officially out of a severe thunderstorm warning. So we are good to go. I'll zoom out and then I'll probably I'll let the radar loop go. But once again, this is the main event. We are completely. You might have some little things right here, but this huge storm, as you can see, that storm actually, all the reds are going just to orange. So it looks like it's actually decreasing in strength right now, which is good, especially for those like in Murfreesboro and Franklin area. Because, but yes, I'm giving the all clear time to go to bed for Portland, Mitchellville. Portland, yes, you do have like a little shower that you probably will still hear. See, you can see these lightning strikes that are even way behind the storm. You will still hear thunder, see lightning constantly. So, y'all are good to go. Gallatin, you are just almost there. Beth Page, you're good. Westmoreland. There is no longer a severe thunderstorm warning for Sumner. The only thing issued for Sumner right now is a flash flood warning, which the northern part, it expires at 10:15. The southern part of Sumner goes to 10:30. Right. Right now we have, let's see, well, we have about 1,800 people without power. 1,000 of them are Nashville Electric Service. I'm not surprised. 777 are Tri County. This does not include Gallatin Electric, so I don't have their numbers yet as well. So I'll look on that. Let's see. Since we do not have a severe thunderstorm warning, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and let the music. I'm going to keep the radar loop going just until all the rain is out of Sumner. I'm going to be on social media probably for the next several hours trying to get all reports and everything. So remember, if y'all do see reports of hail, rainfall rates, which I see, Kevin, thank you so much for sending that. Hendersonville, you still got a little bit. It looks like it's just stalling over Hendersonville, but there is no. I'll show you all real quick. There's no um, rotation or anything. It's just wind, which is really only about 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts going on right now. So nothing. The severe part is past us. So it'll just be heavy rain. So once again, if y'all have to be out and about tonight, please, please, please be careful. If y'all do see any flooding, please let me know. I'll send that over to the National Weather Service. Trying to think if there's anything else going on. I know I was supposed to do events around Sumner County tonight. I probably will do that tomorrow, where it lists out all the events going on this week in Sumner County. I'll do that tomorrow just because we've had this um, severe weather event and everything. Another thing is a 24/7 weather channel that'll be constant going on YouTube. This Friday, there's a chance for those that want to, y'all can jump on my Facebook, and there's a little post that is pinned that if you follow the page and tag a friend, you have a chance to win a tumbler. And I'll do that. Actually, two tumblers. You win it and your friend win it. And it's got Sumner Severe's logo on it. It's really nice looking. I'm excited about doing that. I also have t-shirts and car decals are on the website, which is SumnerSevereWx.net. And another cool thing is I am actually revamping the website, which will have history on all the severe weather events that taken place in Sumner, trusted sources, all sorts of stuff, and that will be coming in the next couple of weeks. A weather app will be in the making probably in the next couple months. I know that was supposed to actually be this month, but that got pushed back because it's 24/7 weather channel. So a lot of things are happening with Sumner Severe, and it's all because of you guys. So, whoo, they are just that lightning strike. Sorry, I just saw that lightning strike. I was just looking at that. I was like, I bet that would be a tornado warning. Okay, that's not for us. I promise. Sorry. I'm getting distracted. All right, Sumner. Y'all are good to go. I'm going to go back to reflectivity. I'm going to keep the radar going. If something happens, I'll pop back on. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think we're all good to go. Main threat now is just going to be flooding. So once again, if you see flooding, please, 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 please let me know. All right. Well, I'm going to be on social media if y'all need me. I'll be on there. I'll be answering questions. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me for the past 3 hours. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. If you feel led to, you can always donate to Sumner Severe through Venmo, through PayPal, or subscribe through Patreon. I'm actually trying to get subscribes through Facebook. There's stars through Facebook as well. It is 100% funded by you guys. And thank y'all so much for trusting me. I hope y'all have a good rest of the night. Don't There will be rain for the next probably get 30 minutes to an hour. Portland, you should be good. Mitchellville, Westmoreland, Gallatin, still got a little bit. Nothing too concerning. So that's why I'm going to just leave the radar up. I'm going to try and fix the current conditions and everything. So everything will be good to go. All right. Well, I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's night. Once again, please be careful if y'all have to get out and about. Let's see. If do y'all have any other questions or anything? If I'm forgetting something, I am sorry. All right. If there's any roads that are closed or anything, I'll definitely make a list and I will post that as well. But all right. I will. Hopefully, y'all won't have to hear from me for a while. The only thing you'll have to hear from me is the live stream I'll be doing with the 24/7 going live. So, all right. Thank y'all all for, especially those that have been followers for a while and those that are new. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I hope I have made y'all storm anxiety easy. I've hoped just put me in your little, I'm also a little pocket personal meteorologist. That's what my family calls me. Is I'm their personal meteorologist. So I'm your little personal local meteorologist. So all right, well, have a good rest of y'all's night. Get some sleep, and be careful if you have to be out and about. Okay, real quick, I know a lot of y'all are just looking at that tornado warning. That will not be here in Sumner. No, 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 no. I don't want y'all freaking out about that. I promise. That will stay way south of us. That will go toward Dixon, White Bluff, Fairview, maybe Franklin, maybe South. I honestly will think that that will definitely stay way to our south. So don't worry about that. I promise that won't. I saw a bunch of y'all saying, "What about this tornado warning?" No, 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 no. We're good. I promise. We are good. Just still a big downpour, especially here in Hendersonville. So no, don't worry about that. I promise we are good. That I will be messing around with the radar a little bit, watching that because I do have friends in that path. So don't worry about it. I'll be messing around with the radar and stuff too, but no, 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 no. That tornado warning will stay definitely to our south, so we are good. I promise.